Hello everyone, and welcome back to the penultimate round of Season 4 Tier 2 of NXR. I, as always, am the lead commentator tonight, Gale Force, and alongside me is, as always, my partner in crime, Milkman.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am doing fine. How are you lovely viewers doing, and how are you lovely Gale Force doing?
Sleepy, but otherwise hoping we get an exciting race. I mean, from what I heard last night, it seemed pretty exciting up at the front. I didn't get to see much of it.
Okay, I heard information that Callum 11, just in between the storytelling, will be joining in Q2 because he has a quali ban either way.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
So we can actually go ahead, I think.
Alright.
But either...
I'm just at tier 2 saying Vamos real quick.
But yeah, I am doing fine as well. I don't know if you can tell, but my throat is a little sore, so my voice could be a bit different than usually. So probably way worse than it has always been. But I think yesterday at one of these, it has been one of the more cleanest racing overall in the GP street circuits history of NXR lately. I don't know if you agree with me.
I'm trying to think back to the other street circuit races we've had. I mean, yeah, probably. It definitely wasn't as much chaos as I expected or hoped for.
To be fair, I really enjoyed Saudi Arabia. I think the track is fun. When I first saw the layout, it looks like you can fill in the blank. But when I actually got on track for the first time, I really enjoyed it so much when I got the hang of it. I don't know about you, Gilfos. Did you enjoy it when you actually drove on the track?
I'll be honest, I don't enjoy the track. It could be a case of... I know for a fact this track is very much a track that favours the wheel because you can be much smoother with the inputs. On a controller, not a fan. Not a fan at all.
Okay, fair enough. Either way, Gilfos, you have some information because we have a tier 1 driver here today in person of Icelandic Rob. Tell us, how come so?
True. Okay. Yes. So tonight we have Rob reserving. Obviously, Rob tier 1 driver doing, I think, decently well. However, in a similar vein as to something I am toying with for next season, he is planning to switch to his wheel. Now, the learning curve can be a sudden drop-off in pace to begin with, and so tonight he has been given the opportunity to take over the Haas in place of Minoy on the condition that he is using his wheel, because in theory he will be much slower. It'll be interesting to see how he does and how well he adapts to the new controls. Could be fun though. Could be a surprise.
And will he also do a qualification lap? Because normally tier 1 drivers are not allowed to set a qualification lap in tier 2.
I believe he's not allowed to qualify. I also believe SJ doesn't realize how early you can accelerate out of the pits.
Oh.
Never mind, he's just taking it slow.
Well,
he was sat in first gear that whole run, like, through the wall, and it's like,
Maybe he's burning off some fuel, who knows? Either way, what do you expect of the quali? Because there are two, you have some less experienced drivers here. Do you expect a lot of crashes in this qualification?
I think we could see a lot of people pushing that little bit too far. This track is very much a track where you have to use as much of the track as possible in certain areas to maximize the time, but it's also very easy for for you to misjudge it and go an inch too far and lose part of, if not all of, your wing. We also, probably worth mentioning, we do have 2 grid penalties, one of which is Callum 11.
Don't you mean a quali ban?
Well, quali ban, same thing.
Almost.
So, Callum 11, who will be joining us later because obviously he can't participate in Q1 either way. And then Halsey, championship contender Halsey, will be starting from the rear, which is not what he needs, because by our calculations, the best chance he has is to finish in the top 2 both races. I think it's a win and a second place is his best chance.
It is
passing Lion.
It is indeed a win and a second place to pass Lion, and then he's also dependent what Nighthawk will do. Because in theory, if Nighthawk wins today, they are equal on points. He is equal on points with Lion, but Lion will be ahead because he has way more race wins than Nighthawk did. So that means for the final on Canada, if Nighthawk wins, in theory, he just needs to stay out of trouble and be in the top 10.
Yeah, if he can win tonight, then it's just a simple case of scoring points.
Definitely. So I think,
like in Canada.
But what I also think of Nighthawk lately is, since Lion backed out of the Tier 2 championship to be promoted to Tier 1, I think the pressure got to Nighthawk a bit, because the latter races he did, he wasn't that impressive and he made some mistakes as well. What do you think, Ilfos, about that?
I mean, I have extra knowledge due to being in the same stable. It definitely feels like he feels that there is more pressure in this. Well, there's more pressure on him at the moment than there needs to be. Just trying to find who on earth is on track, and actually he just goes fastest.
Nighthawk goes fastest on the mediums at 30.3, but I feel like that's not really a great lap to begin with, because I know you can, with the mediums, you can be like easily in the 29s. But either way, it's a good benchmark.
Yeah.
Then second is Serginho with the 30.5 on the softs, and then Shaman. Oh, Udok easily destroys Nighthawk's lap with a 27.6. Then Baby at the Palace. I just call him the
Baby Adopolis.
I just call him Baby. This is a 29.9, and also follows that up at a 29.4. And I believe Baby is substituting for Motorcycle again, which he is lately not here.
I am privy to, due to the admin chat, we are privy to information, so it's fine.
Okay.
Like we are aware of why. Don't worry about it. It's not something that will put his seat in jeopardy.
Okay.
Is what I'll say.
I just want to big things up, cause a bit drama for the viewers, some entertainment purpose. And then you say, it's fine.
Calm down, Netflix. I'm gonna watch Sciatic Hurdle here, actually. Yeah, Sciatic Hurdle seems to be the one on the flying lap at the moment. Archibald Pro also seemingly on one, but has invalidated. Not sure where. Oh, Iceland. Oh wait.
No,
yep.
he had basically a quali ban, so no worries. Netflix.
Well, here comes Hurdle. Now, I don't know if you found this, but it seems like people struggle to get out of your way on flying laps around here.
I didn't really notice that in my qualification runs. I have to say there's definitely a lack of runoff that people can go to if someone is approaching who's on a flying lap. But for me, it was definitely not as bad as in Japan, for example.
Yeah, Japan.
Well,
I mean,
the
it
girl
feels
set
like
to
here.
29.2, goes P2 at the moment. Sorry, go ahead.
It feels like around. It feels like around here that like because of the way the track is with so many sweeping corners like back to back. When you come through like on a cooldown lap, it's hard to get off of the racing line because the racing line switches sides on the circuit so often.
Oh, Shamin totally misses the apex here and ruined his lap. But yeah, like you said, because the racing line in this track, especially with I believe 27 turns, is like all over the place. So it's difficult to really find a good spot to get out of the way. I totally agree with you on that one.
People are really struggling to keep it within the limits here. Seen the majority of the drivers that were on fastest lap or on qualifying laps just now were invalidated. One of the few that isn't is TX Phillip, who's coming out of the bank hairpin, and that's a Mercedes almost in the wall behind him. Oil Prince is pushing. There was a moment last night with me and Jacko watching Mark set a lap around here. And if you wanted the NXR equivalent of Alonso and Ricciardo watching Verstappen's quali lap, that was it, because we were just watching him and how close he was getting to the walls, and it was just ridiculous from the off-board cameras.
I mean, Mark, he is the quality merchant of NXR, and if you try to convince me otherwise, then I will say that you are insane. But Mark, one lap pace, he's by far the best driver NXR has to offer. I think this season, if he did not miss a couple of races, I think he would have become champion of Tier 1, which now is Kimi R. But I still truly believe Mark is the best driver NXR has to offer to date. And we also, I think, all know, since Mark joined NXR, that we all know that Mark specializes in street GPs. Because he is good in every street GP the game has.
Well, there's one that he hasn't been too hot at.
Oh yeah? Which one?
Singapore.
Yeah.
In the races at Singapore, he seems to struggle.
Yeah, you are right. Like this season in Singapore, it was insane with Monsoon ready at the end of the race. I mean, everyone struggled, and I think Mark, yeah, it was for him the same story. He struggled as well.
Brewmaster actually just jumped up to P4 there with 29.3.
Spun into a wall. Didn't lose his tire, but he definitely lost an end plate.
Oh, General Jake. P2. 28.9.
Oi. General Jake wants to send a message after his very bad punishment that he got over several races. He wants to send a message that on track he is not joking around. And a 28.9 is a very good message, I have to say.
I'm going to go on board with Ryan R here. He's coming through the first sector on the medium tyres. Just want to see what he's capable of, because Ryan is a driver. Well,
he invalidated.
Never mind. Luke Watkins is also invalidated. Callum 28 jumping up to P12 of a 30.4. The thing with Ryan is that Ryan has very good qualifying pace. Like, he has had qualifying pace since last season where he could contest at the front. He really seems to struggle when it comes to the races. Now from the Discord, he seems to claim that it would be bad luck, and obviously I don't see enough of his, I don't see all of his races, so it's hard for us to really gauge that for ourselves. But it's very unfortunate that someone who definitely has the pace to be a top contender in Tier 2 just never seems to get out of the starting blocks.
I think definitely it had also to do with racecraft. I think I've definitely seen some races of Ryan. His racecraft is not up to par of Tier 1 levels, to say the least, and it definitely hurt him a lot. I think racecraft-wise, Ryan needs to improve a lot because, of course, everyone will get involved with incidents now and then, but like, you cannot always blame it on bad luck. I think it also has to do with racecraft and brains.
Well, we shall see what his opinion on that is, possibly, if he's listening. But I will point out some seeming cursing that is happening so far, which is the fact that the past 2 cars that I've gone on board with have tapped the inside wall of within about 10 seconds of me looking at them.
What is going on?
Being Oil Prince
What is
and Luke Watkins.
What is going on with your guild force? Say, when you switch over, people invalidate or hits the wall.
I'm a ancient god of chaos.
Yeah, I think. before we go into the latter stages of Gear 1, I want to tell you guys a leak that has been made in NXR. There has been a leak that the season opener of next season in NXR, which I'm very excited of and a bit surprised that track is returning, will be.
It's a great street circuit.
Will be Australia. What the? What's going on, Guild Force?
SJ just hit the wall.
Where's SJ?
I'm gonna put the.
Oh, there is he.
Where's Shaman? Shaman, come out on track. I'm just gonna put the camera on you and not take it away. I want to stop making people cry. Oh, he's actually. Oh my God, is he listening?
I think. What's going on?
I said it. Oh, SJ just hit the wall right as I went. Was like watching.
Okay, yeah, I know.
I'm having a time here.
Yeah, I know. Like, I was just announcing the leak that I've heard that Australia will be the season opener of next season. And then you are like laughing through my announcement of SJ hitting a wall. I mean, not only is it disrespectful towards me, but also towards SJ, bad on you, Guild Force. But
I'm a disrespectful person, don't worry about it.
But what do you think of Australia returning? I'm a bit surprised if that is true.
I love it. It's a track that is definitely able to bring out some interesting racing. It's gonna be a bit of a wild opener if history is to serve, because I believe every race at NXR has always been a bit of a messy one.
Well, I can definitely recall last time I raced there. Let's say like this. I had a big fight with some of the drivers there I just had a big fight with some of the drivers there after all, so not so fond memories of myself, but also I won in Australia starting from P15. So Australia, the track itself, I'm very happy it returns. It's one of my favorites. And I love that NXR goes a little bit nostalgic with Australia being the season opener. What that has been most time in real life as well.
Yeah, I think it's like, I'm trying to remember what it is. I actually saw a graphic about it, but I think it's 22 times it has been the season opener in real life. Ryan R. 128.3 there, putting himself up to second. Gets himself into the top 15.
I don't know if the viewers who watched also reacted on Twitch yet. But
let's have a look. We've got Higino saying no, not Australia. He's bad there. Minoy saying a fine opener, but he does need a better setup for it. Raza saying that Australia is good. Minoy also saying there's some places where spinning is super easy, and it's going to be the most chaotic.
I definitely believe it will be a very chaotic opener, but I think entertainment-wise, it's a perfect track to start with. And like I said, I am happy and both a bit surprised it's a track that returns.
Yeah, it's slightly surprising, but it's also a bit of a staple on the Formula One calendar. It's good to see it come back, especially with the driving standards we've seen this season in Tier 1 being somewhat up from what we had in previous seasons.
I mean, Jeddah yesterday, there's definitely proof of it that the driving standards has been improved.
Ooh. I'm just watching because I'm not sure if anything's going to change here. SJ and Shaman are both on invalidated laps.
Did J Will crash out or did he retire in the pit?
He retired.
It's a bit risky being a P14 and retiring.
Well, Shaman completed a lap which was a 30.9 and then invalidated at the start of the next one. SJ is currently invalidated with 13 seconds left on the clock. I don't know if he's going to get to the line in time to go for another lap. 5 seconds, it's going to be close. 3, 2, 1. No! Not enough.
I don't even know if he had the feel of it. Either way, yeah, I think this is it. Oh yeah, J-Will is safe.
Yep.
This is it,
there
and
the
drivers who are knocked out is Shaman and that boy SJ, of SJ White as he is called now. Which, in my opinion, hardly isn't not really surprising at the not really surprising to be honest. But of course it sucks for them that they didn't make it to Q2. Either way, the drivers who are in Q2 are Oofdog, YNR, Nightowl, General Jakes, Kayatic Hurdle, Hyginio, Roommaster, All Prince, Hans Raccoon, Luke Watkins, TX Philip, Baby Archer Bear Pro, who is also in reserve for Rio Phantom, J-Bull and Callum 28.
I find it... I've just realised I'm a bit of an idiot.
Yeah.
I was about to say it was a good... this was a good qualifying for Minoy getting through into Q2. He's not here. I'm...
I mean, Minoy has been always attended in every race till today. I believe this is the first time he's missing because something came in between. So, I won't blame you.
This is where you could tell the tiredness is affecting, just because I'm looking at this like, oh, where is he? He's not been here the whole time. I know he's not here because Rob's here.
Well,
so,
didn't set a lap because he is not allowed to, because he is too good.
True. I believe we're just waiting for Callum to be wheeled into his garage by the pit crew. Red Bull, fast on normal pit stops, slow at working here though.
Those NXR crewmates are not getting paid enough.
So, Wolfdog showing some pace early, 7/10 clear of anyone else, very close between Night Owl and Ryan. Night Owl basically where he needs to be. Obviously, Halsey up for a bit of a challenge, having to come from behind after this quali ban. But so far, 2 out of the 3 championship contenders doing what they need to do today.
Yeah, it's a bit odd because I believe it is Halsey's 2nd or 3rd qualifying ban of this season, due to various reasons. So yeah, if Halsey wants to go for a championship, he really needs to pay attention better of traffic coming his way during qualification, or not cut the corners. Because
I mean,
he's not making his life easier with that. What do you want to say, Gilfos?
I was gonna say, Halsey is a driver who we know has qualifying pace, but we also know from various races in NXR, qualifying is not, well, at times it means very little. Now, you don't want to be getting quali bans, because that comes with penalty points, and penalty points can lead to race bans, and you'll definitely not win a championship with one of those. But you can win from the back. We've seen it in the past. I don't know when the last time we actually saw it. Actually, it might be Razzo. I don't know.
I don't know. At least I know in another league, I won in Australia from P15. So, like you said, it's definitely possible. Only you make yourself so much more difficult. Well, there are people that are already going out. It's cloudy in the sky, so I don't know if it will be raining, which will be surprising because we are racing in the middle of the desert. Either way, there's a mixed bag of tires on track with soft, mediums, and an inter tire.
Excuse me?
There's someone with an inter tire on track from Archer Bear Poo.
Archer Bear Pro.
Wait, did I say poo?
You said poo.
Oh, fuck. I am sorry, Archer Bear. I didn't want to say poo.
Like, the poo caught me off guard. The thing that was really funny to me was just like the momentary pause. You realizing, did I say poo? And then again, just a pause and fuck.
I guess I'm a bit tired as well.
Alex Raccoon is the first driver onto a flying lap here for Williams.
Either way,
to make a good performance tonight on the medium tyres.
Not only am I disrespecting a driver for their tyre choice, I'm also disrespecting a driver with their name accidentally. He's actually going to set a lap on the inters, what the hell? Okay, I'm gonna drive on board with him and see how he's going to do. And
pretty tightly through the hairpin.
He hits the wall.
Oh, wait, Archer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was looking at Philip and you said he hits the wall and I was like, uh-oh, am I lagging?
No, Archer continued his lap and was trying to set a lap, so I was on board with him. Either way, I'm going... Who are you watching?
I'm watching Philip. Not Philip. Honest Raccoon. I confused my Williams.
Oh! I just got
up.
I just got on board with him, and he had a massive step of oversteer and hit the wall.
He's keeping his foot in it, going to finish this lap. But that was a bit of a scary moment for him there.
He is staying on track, so I guess he didn't got wing damage.
130.8. I mean, with how late he was in the lap, he may as well get the lap in to finish it. Yeah. Higino comes across the line. I believe he invalidated his lap, as did the McLaren behind of Night Owl. Then we look to the Red Bull of Callum 28, who has also invalidated. Allsdog has invalidated. Baby Adopolis, however, is on a flying lap. And Max Verstappen's it out the final turn. He hits the wall.
Well, everyone on the medium tires seems to hit the wall. Oh, Callum 11 lost his front. Callum 28, excuse me, lost his front wing.
Ryan going fastest, immediately beaten by his teammate of Oil Prince. General Jake up into third as well, only just behind Ryan R. J-Wall jumps up to fourth with a 30.0.
I think Callum 28 just reset it on track.
Do we have rules about that in qualifying?
I mean,
I don't know.
In this case, it's a street circuit. We did the same with Singapore. In some cases, it was allowed to reset on track, but of course, we don't do an FIA track report in ages anymore because I guess it takes up too much time.
Also, I think you were calling him Callum 11.
Uh, I'm tired, I guess. Callum 28. Either way.
Higino jumps up to P4 and Night Owl takes pole position away from Oil Prince.
And when Sable is sliding into the walls. And Archibald is still on Inters. I don't know what to
I mean,
think
he
of
set
that.
a lap, so he's probably on an in lap, I would hope.
I hope so too. I don't know what to think of this, not gonna lie.
Wolfdog back into the pits after another invalid lap.
Archibald almost got in the way of Luke Watkins. Are we dealing with a troll?
I don't know.
Uh,
He doesn't seem to have caused any trouble as far as I can tell. He's just being weird.
I mean, he almost got in the way of the Watkins, but I think that's it. Either way, I hope he's gonna grab a slick tire.
Hopefully. Lots redeemed a shout out. Given a shout for her passing her college project. Although she also did just before that in all caps say, didn't put milk in my hot chocolate and burned my lip. So she's having a mixed day, it seems.
But I mean, I'm not gonna make a joke because it's inappropriate, so never mind. Moving on.
Do you take hot chocolate baths often, Milkman?
No, I really dislike hot chocolate. I love cold chocolate milk, but not hot one. I mean, that stuff is just straight up nasty, in my opinion.
Ooh. Are you a coffee man?
No, I'm a cola man.
Okay. I was going to come after you if you said that you drank coffee and thought hot chocolate was disgusting, then we'd have a problem. But if you're also not a fan of coffee, then I think this is understandable.
I mean, I find coffee has a lot of bitter aftertaste, which I dislike bitter tastes, so I definitely will dislike that then. Either way, enough complaining about coffee. The 4 drivers who didn't set a lap yet, which one of them is Ulfdog, who is probably the fastest driver 1 lap pace in Tier 2.
Yeah, he seemed to, I think, maybe invalidate both of his laps on the initial run. And so he ended up coming back into the pits. I don't know who's actually on a lap and who's on an in-lap right now.
I know Ulfdog is soon to start his lap, so I'm driving along with him. Pardon me.
Brewmaster's up 2.2 and hits the wall, so I am going to switch to Wolfdog actually as he comes up towards the start-finish line to begin what is hopefully his first time in Q2. Oh, whoops, wrong button. There we go, there's the onboard. He comes out of the first chicane. Into turn, I don't know. You can't count these corners.
There are 27 turns, so we'll probably lose count.
They tell us there's 27. I can't find them all.
Well,
but seemingly purple sector 1 there from Wolfdog, so he's finding, I assume, most of the corners well as he comes out of the hairpin, drifting the car a little wide on the exit to use as much of the get on as much of the throttle as possible. Right out towards the wall.
By the way, I have to say, talking about Wolfdog, he has some balls because he decided yesterday to turn off racing line. And he's doing that in Jeddah, in street circuit.
It's a bold move.
Definitely. But it seems like he didn't lose his pace.
comes into the final two corners. The game has been telling us 2 purple sectors so far. We're going to see if it's true. I think it might be.
The time to beat from Nighthall is at 28.3, and Wolfdog improves that with 6 tenths, yes.
This is on a flyer. We've got Sadik Hurdle and Callum 28 actually very close to each other on track, both on flying laps. In fact, if we go on board with Callum 28, you can see Hurdle on his lap just up ahead of him. He might be getting a little bit of a tow here. Drifting a little wide through the long left-hander. That's going to cost him a bit of time. You want to be close to the inside wall through most of it just to shorten up the distance. Now to the line, Hurdle only with a 32.6, but Callum 29.3 to P5.
That is a stellar lap for Callum 28. Well done, Callum.
Who else do
Anyway,
we
the
have
drivers
out
at
there?
Wix at the moment are Baby, Anders Raccoon, Scared Hurdle, Luke Watkins, and Archer Bear.
Seems like Luke might be on a flyer right now. I'm not sure if Hurdle is going for a second.
I think
He's
Luke is
a
on a
little bit
flyer,
behind
but
on the
Luke hit love taps the wall, so he lost a bit of time there.
Hopefully he kept his wing intact, otherwise that's the rest of this lap just killed. Less than a 10th down on his best time, that's easy to gain back though around
he
here.
missed an apex a lot from one of the last turns.
Into the long sweeper, does he keep it close to the inside? More so than we saw from Callum. Now into the final turn.
Takes it nice and
Reaches
tidy.
the apex, nice.
A yellow. Oh, never mind. It's just some people getting out of the way. Luke Watkins still,
There
I
you go,
think.
1:28.8.
Luke Watkins still, I think, does enough to reach Q3. Scattergirl 28.9. Got him 28 goes for another lap. Finds a bit of hindrance of Hurdle, but Hurdle did everything good to get out of the way as soon as possible. Callum goes right and he invalidates. I'm driving now along with Bear Pro.
J-Wall has actually jumped up to P7 while we were watching Callum there. Archbear a little loose out of the left-hander. Keeps the car under him, but he's not got much. It's going to hurt his speed all the way through here.
Seems like he's struggling a bit in Jeddah at the moment.
It's easy to do. This track is not the kindest. Especially if you make small mistakes.
Yeah, because if you miss the apex a tiny bit, you lose a lot of time. But he's still a little tough from Callum 38. He crosses the line, and it is not enough. It's a 30.2 for Archer Beppo, and not Pooh.
Only top fastest, Baby Adopolis actually up a second right now. So we're going to jump on board with the McLaren reserve. See how he does as he comes in towards the final part of the lap. Very smooth through that quick section of corners. Oh. There has been a stern warning given to Archbear Pro in the Discord.
Oh, what
from
happened?
One of the owners. I'm assuming it's to do with the intermediates. And Baby Duffler's actually up to 8th place though, over 29.0. That will put him into the top 10 for now.
I mean, yeah, I justified if it is for the medium run, because every academy driver here who gets a chance to race in one of the respective tiers wants, of course, to make a good impression to get picked for the draft that will happen very soon. And if you're gonna mess around a bit, then you make yourself very unwanted by the team principals who are selecting the drivers in the draft. Either way, enough talking about Archibald. I am on board with Brewmaster, who's just getting along the final turn. I have actually no idea how much he is up, but he needs to improve because he is dead last in Q2. And he does, but it's not enough!
He goes to 11th.
It's not enough! He is 400ths off position 10.
Could quite get there. TX Phillip on a flyer as well. He's in the drop zone in 13th currently. And missed the sector 2 time. General Jake's on the track as well, not too far behind him.
According to the time, he is 6 tenths up Phillip. So that should be enough.
Let's have a look. Gets it tidy through the final couple corners. DRS open as far over to the left as he can.
And it's
not enough. 29.2.
General Jake.
Jake slows down.
I think he
bails on the lap.
I think he wanted to have P11, but kind of miscalculated. I mean, to be fair, if you have P11, you have the free tire choice. So I think that's a fair.
I think that's a fair point. I'm just surprised that he was only a 10th up, so I'm surprised he backed off so much.
Well, maybe he was more up than the game told us, but either way, he got the fresh tire choice, and Cheddar is one of the checks that is not too difficult to overtake. I mean, look at you and Wraith, for example. But either way, this is the top 10 for qualification 2. And who is going to participate in qualification 3. And that is Ulfdog, Nightal, Oilprince, Genio, Anders Wagoon, Ryan R, Luke Watkins, Kiara Girdle, Baby Yata, Palo, and J-Wool. And let's talk about Oilprince a bit, because he of course recently got demoted to tier 2. And he seems to find his feet in this tier. Are you happy for him that he's performing so well with a respected 3rd and 4th place?
It's good to see him having his moment to shine, because obviously in tier 1 he seemed to really struggle. I mean, we saw it again last night with him reserving in tier 1, and again it was back to what we saw for the majority of this season with him struggling. But then as soon as he comes back down to tier 2, he's back in the rhythm. He's back showing he is a contender.
I mean, contender for a race win, I don't know yet, but he's definitely an outsider for it.
Right, I'm gonna wait and see who comes out first. I'm gonna quickly run to the bathroom.
Well, have fun taking a poo. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I am alone commentating again, and I see it is a Alpha Tauri who gets out first, together with a McLaren, and then there's a Williams coming out as well. So Ulfdog is the first one who's going out and probably getting a lap first. My lovely viewers, I'm gonna ask you the most important question, what I asked multiple times. What is your predicted top 3 for the race? I'm gonna say Nighthawk is going to shrug all the pressure off and take the win. And then my dad is Ulfdog and Luke Watkins. What do you guys think? Lottie thinks it's gonna be the top 3 in no order. Gonna think it's Luke, Nighthawk and Ryan. I mean, that is a good prediction, right? He definitely has the pace, but will he bottle it? I definitely hope he will not. And anyway, Ulfdog will be the first who will cross the line to set a lap, and I will drive on board with him. I don't know if Gilforce will be driving on board with him, as he is. So let's talk to his lap. He is going to be approaching turn 1. You really want to hit both cups very nice and a lot, so he gain a lot of momentum. Almost invalidates through there, but he keeps it nice and tidy within the lines. Approaching turn 3. You want to wing back early. Oh, he hits the wall and invalidated. That is unfortunate for him. And Nighthawk is the second one who is behind Ulfdog, so I'm going to drive along with him. I don't know if Gilforce can switch to Nighthawk. If not, then you have to go off my lovely, ugly voice. He's taking the long left-hander at the start of sector 2. Very nice and tidy. Approaching the turn number, I don't know, I already lost count of it. And the chicane after the long left-hander. Takes it a bit careful, close to the wall, and now he is going to go to the straight to the next chicane, just entering sector 3. And as you need to brake a bit early there to hit the apex nice and tidy. And it does not, he hits the wall as well. That is unfortunate, but Nighthawk is still going. Probably he wants to set a delta. I don't think he got wing damage. Anyway, you're approaching the hairpin, the last turn. You need to take it nice and tidy so you don't lose a lot of time. If you go right, you will lose a lot of time and you can not make up for it with the exit. But he takes it very nice and sets a 28.9. I feel like that lap can be way better. Also Koen improves with a 28.8. It is better, but not by a lot. Skadekerde also with a 28.8, but then a little bit lower than Anderson Koen. Takes provisional pole at the moment. Baby Adapolis is, I just gotta call him Baby. I cannot even speak his name. I'm sorry, guys. He's gonna cross the line with a 31.7. He definitely made a mistake, I think. Ulfdog is going again, so that seems that he didn't got wing damage. While All Prince sets provisional pole with a 28.6. But Ulfdog this time avoids the wall, but that he loved that. Takes the S's in sector on, nice and tidy, a bit safe. And his first sector time is a 30.7. It's purple according to the game, but I don't know if that is believable. Either way, he takes the long left-hander, very nice and tidy. Up to the chicane, like also with chicane in sector 3. Brake a bit early to hit the apex nice and tidy, and go full on the gas. He does it quite nice. Well, Luke Watkins get professional pole at the moment at 28.4. Ulfdog got purple sector 2 as well. He takes the chicane very nice and tidy. That's a very good chicane from Ulfdog. Now he only needs to take the hairpin. He keeps it nice and tidy to shorten the distance. He needs to take the hairpin nice and tidy as well. He does. Oh, almost hit the ball there, but he luckily did not. I feel like this could be a professional ball time. And he does with a 27.5. Well done to Ulfdog.
Ulfdog using every inch of the track there through the last couple corners.
I think that is a possible professional ball lap. Because we have not seen anyone at the moment who came close to the 27s.
Yeah, honestly, I think Ulfdog is in a league of his own tonight, or at least so far. He just needs to keep it clean throughout the race, and he is golden.
Yeah, but that is the issue with Ulfdog. With all due respect for him, he's a bit of a bottle job this season. I mean, we all expected him when he joined NXR, when he first raced in China, that he will be a title contender for this season, but
Eugenio P4.
Oh, that's a pretty impressive lap for Eugenio. I mean, I don't know what happened with Eugenio after Singapore onwards, but he is on the roll.
He has been improving pretty much every week, and it is great to watch.
Definitely, I mean, this season, I think Gino is the most improved driver of the two. Either way, I did my predictions already when you needed to have your bathroom break. What do you think your top 3 will be for the race?
Ooh, I'm gonna put faith in Wolf Dog. He seems to have such a gap at the moment. I think he should be able to maintain the lead without much pressure. Second place? No, I'm gonna say Oil Prince in second. And Halsey in third.
Ah. Okay. Interesting. My prediction was that Nightal was going to win this race. And then I believe I said Wolfdog P2. And then Luke Watkins P3.
Ooh.
But for that,
We're gonna have to see how it.
but for that prediction to go through, Nightal needs to set a way better lap than 28.9. I'm riding on board with him now.
He's coming up to make his second lap right now. Just behind him as well, Ryan R and Sadiq Hurdle. Ferrari coming out the pits there, Luke Watkins just staying out of the way. Aggressive from Nightal, using every bit of the curb that he can. Sorry, just sweeps from right to left and left to right. Just trying to keep it within the track limits as best as possible. Rob's disconnected, we need to get him back in.
Oh boy, the first sector time is at 30.7. Wolfdog's fastest first sector time was at 30.7 as well. Well, I'm getting my lovely boy Rob back in. Rob the Icelandic Viking. Rob the Icelandic genius. Not the most sexy Icelandic man of the world.
Coming into the final sector. 2 DRS zones and, let's be honest, 1 corner to go. This sweeper is not really a turn.
You need to nail that hairpin, which Nightal does. Good exit.
This could be a good lap.
Will be in at 27. No, it does not, but it is professional P2 at the moment. Oh, never mind, Ryan now improves. And drops down Nightal to P3.
Right now, immediately beating the time. Luke Watkins and Hurdle seeming to go for another lap.
Oh!
J-Wall in a very awkward spot there, coming out of the pits.
I mean, as long as Hurdle didn't find any hindrance of that, then he should be okay. But it was not ideal for him, what J-Wall was doing. Either way, Skyler Hurdle, first sector time is at 30.7, 5 tenths up. Oh, he slightly touches the wall. I think his wing is fine though.
I'm gonna watch
the wall
Hajino,
again.
just because I'm curious.
Yeah, I'll keep on board with Hurdle. He twice gave the wall a little love tap. In the third time, and he misses the apex a lot and invalidates. That's his lap over.
Never mind, Hajino invalidates. Would be improving by 2 tenths though if he hadn't. Go back on board with Hurdle. Oh, never mind. Yep, Hurdle's invalidated.
I'm going back on board with Nightal. He's going to set another lap. Takes them both curbs in the first 2 turns very well. Goes approaching turn 4, I believe. It's very nice and aggressive. Did it way better than the
Rob's
previous
gone
lap.
again.
Ah, Rob, please have some good Wi-Fi, mate. I would really love to see you race on wheel. Either way, getting back to Nigel, who is more than 1/10 down of his lap time at the moment. So he did not have an ideal sector 1. So he really needs to push. And he invalidated. That's unlucky for him, but he's still P3 at the moment, so he kind of did the job. Well, Udo, I believe, improves with a 27.3.
Jeez. Sadek Hurdle currently, well, was up 2 temps in the first sector. He's lost all of that in the middle.
Luke Watkins is not going to improve. Also, Kuhn did improve and is now P3 at the moment. But I think Nigel did the job he needed to do at the moment. He's starting at the front 2 rows. Maybe not totally ideal, but
Hurdle bails.
And one else on a lap. All Prince is on a lap. Getting a cheeky toe.
Prince is on one.
Getting a cheeky toe from Baby in the McLaren.
Baby Adopoulos also on one. Oil Prince tapping the wall there. Let's have a look.
He does not.
Baby doesn't improve.
Oil Prince doesn't improve as well. So this is it.
Yep, that will be it. That is your top 10. Pole position going to Ulfdog. Ryan R once again showing great qualifying pace in P2. Honest Raccoon up there in P3 for Williams. Night Owl P4, basically where he needs to be at the moment. Now that was Luke Watkins P5.
So this is the top 10 qualification. Gilfos already set the top 5. 6 is All Prince, 7 is Eugenio, Scared Girl is 8, Baby Ado Palace is 9, and J-Will is 10. I keep butchering the name of P9, but I don't care. Either way, we are for sure up for a very exciting race at Jeddah. I predict a lot of crashes, a lot of safety cars, and maybe a possible shock win. Who knows? So in the meanwhile, I want us to talk a little bit about Luke Watkins. Luke Watkins season showing that he totally has the pace to compete with the best of the best in Tier 2. But he's missing a bit of consistency, like we saw last week in Zandvoort when he crashes out. What do you think of Luke Watkins' performance? Do you think he is a bit underperforming even though he got a win in Brazil? Or do you think he performs as you expected?
I think he's performing very well. Obviously the gap looks a lot bigger than it is thanks to Ulfdog's pace, but we'll have to see how he matches up in the race. Obviously his qualifying pace is pretty good, but you know, obviously that isn't everything.
Quality pace is everything, especially in Tier 2 where drivers seem to be more mistake prone, so we have to wait and see. Well, I don't know where we are waiting for.
They're saying it's a host problem. I think it may be Rob, because he's apparently stuck just staring at the pit lane.
Rob, if you're watching, would you please be kind to leave the lobby and rejoin? Well, either way, this gave me a perfect opportunity to go for a little bathroom break.
Alright.
I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I am sorry in advance.
I'll leave because apparently there's an issue. give them 3 more minutes. We'll say ready up at 21:34. Just give people a bit more time. Just because they're having a couple issues. For various people.
So it seems like we are loading in.
Yep.
So what do you expect for lap 1? Will it be a lap on Carnage?
I think it very well could be. There's such a mixture of drivers. I'm trying to work out what the hell's going on, because apparently we are waiting for someone.
Is it Rob again?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is interesting. I definitely hope we do not have to reset the lobby.
God, I hope not. Got about 1 more minute. I gave them till 34 to... well, 34 is the time to ready up. So we shall see. What is happening?
I have no idea, but we are waiting a long time at the moment. No.
There we go. We're good.
Just as we are complaining, we are going to start. You
I
will
don't know why
always see.
Callum's messaging me saying lobby restart.
Well, the lobby is not restarting, so shut up, Callum. With all due respect. I don't know if it was the Callum 11 or my team principal, Callum.
Oh, it was your team principal.
Ah, lovely.
So, formation lap begins. Let's get a look at these tires. No, wrong one. Still the wrong one. Oh god. There it is. Softs everywhere. Everywhere soft. Apart from General Jake and Archer Bear Pro, who are starting on the mediums.
It's a bit
But it
surprising that only two drivers outside the top 10 decided to go for the mediums. But either way, it could be really an advantage for General Jake and Archer Bear having the alternate tire strategy. Predicted pit stops will be a one stop either way, soft mediums or soft hards, but I think it will be soft mediums all the way, because the mediums, I think you can pit on lap 5 and they will go to the end.
Yeah. I played a silly game on the tire strategy last night when the safety car came out.
What did you do?
Well, I was too far back to like gain anything by staying on the mediums, so I just put on a set of hards, and then the next lap pit again to put on a new set of mediums.
Oh, I see an Alfa Romeo of J-Will spinning in the wall before the race even starts. Good job, J-Will.
That is not a good start for J-Will. Not ideal.
And he's disqualified for the formation lap, so his tires will be stone cold. Or, as someone screams, minus 200 degrees Celsius. Either way,
Lots.
yeah.
We are aware of what's going on. I'm watching the Discord. Me and Rob Rob has suggested that we're going to wait until the race starts, see what happens, make sure they're working. It's fine. I am aware that Luke is having issues. We're going to see how it works. He keeps shouting at you, tell him to shut up.
Yeah, what is going on? That's the first.
Basically, because of where Luke and Rob have had the issue where they disconnected before, and weren't able to get back before qualifying ended, they weren't able to get into adjust their strategies before the race. So basically what will happen is most likely the race will start, the game will glitch slightly, it won't let them take control properly, and then they'll just have to leave and join back quickly and it'll be fine. If they're not smart and don't pay attention to what has been told to them, then they will sit there, not leave, continue to try taking control or driving the car and get disqualified because the game will not give them control.
But let's hope that will not happen. Either way, the race is going on its way. The lights are on.
Why is the camera being weird? There we go. Lights out, and away we go. Everyone gets away fairly well.
Nigel has an amazing start. Already almost getting P2. Does he get P2?
Oh, Luke Watkins is laggy as all hell. There's a McLaren around in the back. Baby Adopoulos having issues.
And Nigel is already P2. Good start from him.
Nigel P2. The lag machine in maybe P3.
Well, now P4. And Ryan is already going to attack Nigel. He has the better run than him. But he stays behind, which is a smart move.
Shaman having issues as well, falling down the order. Halsey making moves, already up to 12th place.
Doesn't look good. I guess he made a mistake. His wing seems to be fine. As yellow is
Luke Watkins is ghosted, and is just overtaking people by driving through them, is what I'm seeing here.
I mean, this
Luke
Watkins. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Okay.
If Luke Watkins doesn't return ASAP,
No, he is here because I know from a fact that the AI are not that quick.
Oh.
So that is him driving. I don't know if his internet is just garbage today and he is just stuck in ghost mode or what, but he is having issues. Oil Prince has gone past Science Raccoon. Higino's having problems all the way down to 14th. It's a terrible start for him. It's an amazing start for Halsey, up to 11th.
Oh, well done to Halsey.
Ferrari driver knows he needs a top 2, and he is on a charge for it. Wolfdog already 1.7 seconds clear. He is checked out in front. Luke Watkins still a ghost. Higino apparently got taken out. Calm 28 in the pits. Higino in the pits and Shaman in the pits. 3-second time penalties already rolling in. I believe Ryan R and SJ have picked up those penalties.
It's unfortunate for them, and there's basically 23 laps to go, so that's not ideal for them. Either way, Nigel needs to do his best to stay within 1 second of Luke Watkins. And he's not at the moment. Luke Watkins is flying. Even though he's ghosted, there's nothing he can basically do about that. We are not going to restart, just to be clear, because 1 or 2 drivers has internet issues. That is not the problem of the majority of the grid, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's probably likely, Davies. And Hurdle around the outside of the final turn does get past J-Wall. Coming under pressure now though. J-Wall's there, Philip is there. Halsey on the back of this trio, making it into a quartet. looking but not making a bold move. He can't afford any mistakes here. He needs to be smooth, he needs to be patient and find the gaps when he can. This is a hell of a group though. J-Wall losing time to Hurdle, nearly out of DRS already.
Nightowl doesn't manage to be in the DRS of Luke Watkins, so he will be on the threat of Ryan.
J-Wall goes wide, Philip gets past, Halsey gets past. That's 2 positions gone to the Alfa Romeo. He's having problems. Maybe Adopoulos picking up a 3-second penalty. And Halsey.
J-Wall taps the ball a bit. I hope it doesn't get damage.
Halsey into the points. This is a beautiful camera shot.
Oh, definitely.
As we see Halsey all over the back of that Williams, looking for a way by. Not able to find it there, but he should have DRS. The problem is, if he does get the move done here, Philip will just have the ability to come straight back at him down the next straight.
He tried to get side
or
by
will
side.
He?
Will he dive bomb the Williams drivers? Yes, he does. Those two are giving the... Oh! Elsie seems to hit the ball a bit.
Looked like contact with something. Philip opens up the rear wing on that Williams.
Getting in the pit, so he did get wing damage, I assume. Oh,
I would explain why he was losing so many positions so quickly as well.
I mean, you can have seen Davies just hit the wall a little bit too hard and you will be losing a lot of time.
The worst part is, a lot of the time, the damage you get will be so minor that it doesn't pop up on the damage indicator when you get it. You have to ask Jeff.
That is what I've been doing since day one when this game got released.
Speaking of asking Jeff, Sadik Hurdle is going to be asking Jeff, where's the track limits? He's picked up 3 seconds. He's going to be asking where this Williams got the pace from, because Philip is all over the back of him now. The pressure is on for the Aston Martin driver.
And the Ferrari driver Halsey is also right behind them.
The question is he going to try and hold up this pack? Try to defend from Halsey, keep him behind, prevent his progress, because that is part of the team game. He is in the same stable as Nightowl in McLaren. He does have incentive to hold off the Ferrari.
Ryan goes for the move on Nightowl. Approaching the hairpin. Nightowl slots in.
Oh!
What happens?
Halsey got a great run out of the corner. 3 wide into the final turn. Hurdle in the middle. Halsey loses out, but he's going to be right in the slipstream of the Aston Martin. DRS will be available for him and for Philip.
Aston Martin.
Where does Hurdle go? He goes to the middle.
He will be swallowed by those 2 drivers with DRS.
They clear him. Hurdle looks to the inside.
Wheel to
wheel. Little bit of bashing. Hurdle looking up the inside, trying to come back. He's doing it. 3 wide on the run to turn 4. Philip backs out of it. Halsey gets the job done, but Hurdle's coming back on the outside.
This is amazing racing for those 3 drivers. Oh!
Almost touching, but this is... Oh, they're going wide, but it's okay. They're all doing it. Hurdle picks up another penalty. That's not ideal. And now he has DRS. He's going to go to the outside into the hairpin. Can Halsey get the power down better on the inside?
He goes for the switchback.
Hurdle with the switchback. Contact.
Oh!
More.
No, that's surely damage for Halsey. He didn't lose his end plate, but I have to shoot as damage. And yes, he goes straight on. Oh, no. Oh, that is his race. Oh. To be honest, I don't think anyone was clearly at fault for this one.
I think that could have just been hard racing. I mean, they were so close to each other. Minor contact can happen very easily. Ryan R gets back past Nightowl.
Especially on the street circuits with high-speed corners and narrow walls.
Philip looking to the outside of Hurdle. Hurdle wheel to wheel with him. Almost touching. Not able to get the job done that time. But he'll have DRS surely this time.
Gets back into P3.
Philip goes for it. Callum 11 after that penalty, or that quali ban, is up to 10th place as well. Philip finally gets the job done on Sadik Hurdle there. Icelandic Rob up to 13th at the moment. Not having a great run in terms of pace, but he's doing a good job staying out of trouble. Let's jump up to this battle for 3rd. Wolfdog 3.7 seconds clear out in front. That's all he needs.
Oh, Nighthawk found some pace because he's back into DRS of Luke Watkins. And that can pay massive dividends for Nighthawk, especially helping defend his position for Ryan R.
Say that he's already fallen back out of it though, through the middle sector.
Because he's Nighthawk struggling a bit with the apex of the high-speed corners.
We have seen this circuit. You can go a couple different ways with your strategy. You can go for a little less downforce, focus on the straight line. Or you could take a little bit more and optimize the corners. It's a very interesting balance you can play here as Ryan R looks to the inside. That's job done, but he will have...
And Nighthawk has a better
back.
exit. He's fighting a bit hard for it, but it will be an easy move for Nighthawk yet again, and he takes P3 at the moment. It's just smart, good driving from Nighthawk and also good driving from Ryan R. These two drivers are fighting cleanly at the moment. I'm going to move over by Scalacudo and Tix Phillip because these two are battling.
Callum 11, nearly into the back of Phillip there at turn 1.
And just to confirm, Elsie indeed got wing damage and he needed to stop. But that's unfortunate for him.
He's going to be playing for that safety car now. Hopefully one comes for his sake.
Definitely.
DRS open on the Williams, DRS open on the Alfa Romeo. Neither are close enough to the car in front to make a move.
That's not really a DRS zone where you can overtake a lot.
I'm actually going to jump up to the other Williams of Honest Raccoon. He's also in a 3-car train. Him, Brewmaster and Oil Prince have been going at it for the past few laps. Just off the back of Ryan R as well, by a little under a second. Brewmaster looking for a way by. Honest Raccoon getting a great run. Oh, it's going to be very tight here.
It's gonna be dream bite.
Brewmaster blows by.
Not quite.
Oil Prince as well with a great run. Going on board with... Actually, it's got on board with Oil Prince, as we can see this. And they've closed right up to Ryan R and Night Owl as well. This pack is just closing and closing. Hurdle and Phillip swapping back and forth. Honest Raccoon having a look. Brewmaster not able to get past Brewmaster. Ryan R gets out of shape. Brewmaster and Raccoon are in this pack now. The fight is on. This is... 4th to 7th. We've got about 7 seconds back to Callum 11 and TX.
It's a 5-way battle for P3 at the moment. I mean, Ryan R and Nighthawk must have battling with each other so much that P5 till P7 managed to catch up. Well, Nighthawk goes down the inside of the long left-hander and makes the move stick, which is a brilliant overtake from him.
It's a good move. Ryan couldn't quite get back to the inside to try and commit to the switchback, but he will have DRS down this high-speed section at the end of the lap. This is insane watching these cars just in a train through here. They're running so close together, so close to the walls. Any mistake could be absolutely brutal for any of these drivers.
Onderzoek has a way better run on Brewmaster. They're going side by side. Oh, he got boxed in by Nighthawk. Onderzoek thinking of a dive bomb, but he thinks better of it. Brewmaster has a little squabble, but it's a drag race at the moment. Oh, Nighthawk is going to pit, so he's calling it, going for an undercut. And Luke Watkins as well, by the way, so he's following Luke Watkins into the pits. Both are going for mediums, I assume. Yes, they do. Oil Prince got a 3-second time penalty. Well, Gilfoss is missing at the moment, I think. Either way, I'm following this now 3-way battle, now 5-way battle for P3 at the moment. These 4 drivers are battling each other a lot. They will probably lose a lot of time. I think Night will make a smart move to call it a day, get in the pits, and getting back in some fresh air. And I think that is a brilliant move because Ryan are now getting involved with those drivers who are fighting all very hard for P2 at the moment. And that will only benefit Nigel at the moment. Unless there is a safety car, then Nighthawk is screwed, but they are in sector 3 at the moment, so I don't think if a safety car comes out now, it will be very beneficial for them. Either way, there's also some battles going on around P8 at the moment. Three-way battle between TX Philip, Scatter Hurdle and Callum 11. So there is a lot of battling going on in the top of the field and in the midfield at the moment.
Hurdle got into the wall there. Looked like it might have been a pretty hard hit. He may have damaged his wing.
Oh no.
Sorry, I went quiet. I had got a phone call.
Always lovely when someone interrupts you while you have a job to do.
Oh, that's not good.
What happened?
Ulfdog into the pits. Honest Raccoon stays out to take the lead. Brewmaster in as well, and it's a double stack at Mercedes. This is brutal for Ryan.
Oh.
Hard tyres going on to Oil Prince. Ryan R's going to be waiting there, and he needs a wing change. This is a brutal pit stop. Sciatic Hurdle taking a wing change as well, as expected. Brewmaster comes out just ahead of Oil Prince, although that might have been contact on the pit exit.
What the hell is going on there? Down there.
I don't know. Williams keeping both their cars out though. TX Philip coming under pressure from Ulfdog already. Ulfdog moving up into second place, passing Philip only 6 seconds off the back of Honest Raccoon, and he's already pit.
Are they maybe hoping for an? Are the Williams driving maybe hoping for a late safety car?
I mean, it is very possible that in this situation there could be a safety car, but I don't know when it will come and if it will come in time for the Williams. General Jake as well, actually going along. He started on those mediums. He's up to 5th place at the moment. Icelandic Rob also staying out on those soft tyres. He's in 9th. Baby Adopolis in 11th. And SJ in 15th. I believe they either still have to pit or, well, either haven't pit at all, or they will just still have to pit. Trying to find where the battles are because the pit stops have really shaken things up. Halsey, that early pit stop has put him ahead of Sciatic Hurdle actually.
There is not really a battle going on, only for P12 at the moment between 3 drivers. But for the rest it's nice spread out. Oh, Callum 11 just over to Rob.
Philip into the pits. He's going to get undercut massively here by Callum 11. The tyre advantage here is surprisingly large, it seems. Baby Adopolis up into 10th place on soft, but he will have to pit again. Those things are not making it to the end.
At least Nighthawk, if he doesn't make a mistake, he guaranteed himself a P3 at the moment. He's at the moment way too far away from Luke Watkins, so Luke Watkins at the moment seems to solidify his P2.
And this is, honestly, this is what Night Owl needs. He needs, as we mentioned earlier, a top 4 tonight. Pretty much halves the gap between him and Lion. It makes his job much easier next week.
Yeah, then he needs to have a P4 if I'm correct.
Yeah, minimum P4 next week will be enough to put him into the lead. It then depends on the likes of Wolfdog and Halsey. But with Halsey having a rough race tonight, his championship hopes may be over.
Yeah, and I have to say with Halsey, it's his own fault. Especially in qualification. He set himself a couple of times too much in a too difficult position. But there's no doubt within Halsey there is definitely pace to be a tier 1 driver. Will he get a tier 1 spot? Who knows?
West Raccoon finally comes into the pits. Means the only driver in this top 5 still to cycle through is General Jake. Oil Prince gets just ahead of Honest Raccoon when he comes out the pits, but Raccoon on those mediums, Oil Prince on the hards. That's not going to do a lot of good for the Mercedes driver. He's going to be on the back foot for quite a bit of this run.
I mean, General Jake is the only alternative runner at the moment. He definitely doesn't have to pit for like say 5, maybe 6 laps, and in that time a lot of things can happen. And if there's a safety car out between now and 5 laps, General Jake is golden, and he puts himself right back into well, top 10 at least.
Well, it would definitely help his race. I'm interested to see how this plays out for him and how much better the pace will be at the end when he does go to the softs. While we were talking, Honest Raccoon just sailed one up the inside at the hairpin and is already 7 tenths clear of Oil Prince. The Williams on those mediums with such better pace. There's not really much Oil Prince can do right now. DRS helps, but it's not going to be enough for him to really put up a fight. Ryan R on the back of Sadik Hurdle, on the back of Icelandic Rob. Rob slow out of the corner. Don't know if he spun up the wheels or what, but Hurdle's going to blow by. Ryan going to look to the outside as they come into turn 1. Halsey just on the back of this pair as well. Very close through the first 2 corners. Very close through turn 3 for the Williams and the Aston Martin and the Mercedes. They're actually, I think they're closing on Philip as well, so he may be coming back into this fight.
I mean, I think right now at the moment is on a mission where he goes a little bit wide throughout the last turn of the S's. But it doesn't matter because he got DRS and he can close down easy. I find this track with those 3 DRS zones, it's very easy to stay within someone's DRS.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about how it would change. Oh,
Shaman
yellow flag.
retired.
Shaman has retired.
And it is a
Safety car deployed.
And just like he said, this is ideal for General Jake.
This is a golden opportunity for the Alpine. Will we see any drivers diving back in for a set of softs? There's only 12 laps. Those can probably make it.
Those will definitely make it. Those performance will probably drop off towards the end, but
Luke Watkins does.
that's smart from Luke Watkins because he has Nighthawk continues. I think that's smart, but Luke Watkins has the gap. He can lose a
Oh! Ryan R just binned it. Out the final turn under safety car. He spun out, broken his front wing. He's having to get the car turned around. Losing more and more positions.
I feel like that is just what I was talking about to him before the race started. His pace is definitely there, but he's too much his own enemy. And he decided to call it a day. It's a bit early, but I can understand his frustration.
Once again, an incredible qualifying performance from Ryan. And then the hold up in the pits due to the double stack and the mistake under the safety car. It has been a brutal season. It's been a brutal 2 seasons for Ryan. It has not been a good time for him. He's 100% going to be looking more towards next season because this is going to be one to forget.
Yeah, but like the issue is, next season you cannot even recharge. There is not a break between this season and next season. So you're getting back right into business.
It's like a week, 2 weeks.
No. We're going straight back into next season. When the season ends in Canada, we're going straight into the new season.
So when are we doing the draft then?
I guess in between Canada and Australia.
Well, that's
I mean,
what I'm saying. There should be at least 1 week if we're doing the draft.
If an owner is watching now, can you please confirm or deny what I'm saying?
I think something to keep an eye on this restart will be Luke Watkins, General Jake, Callum 11 and TX Phillip and Halsey. And then even Callum 28, Higino, Archer Bear and SJ all on fresh soft tyres as you go down the order. The top 4.
And then of course you have to watch. Then of course you have to watch between Nighthawk and Uldog, 2 title contenders. If Nighthawk can get a better run off the line than Uldog, he could possibly snack P1 away at the moment.
Oh no, Davies, we announced that earlier. We announced what the first race would be earlier in the stream. He's not accidentally just leaked it.
No, I did not accidentally leak it. I leaked it on purpose and it will be Australia Sea Davies. So we're going down under for the season start in season 5. So who do you think is a bit off position-wise? I actually say it's Eugenio.
Eugenio has the potential to gain a lot of places here. What is going on with General Jake and Luke Watkins?
Probably has to do that Luke Watkins is ghosted.
Probably. Can't tell if General Jake is trying to overtake him on the safety car. Like, because here's the thing, I'm gonna, like, what I'm seeing is that, like, I don't know if General Jake is trying to overtake Luke Watkins, or if he's just trying to warm his tires up and just disregarding the fact that there is a car in front of him.
I think it's the second one.
But, like, thing is, there is a car there. Like, yes, it's ghosted, but you wouldn't be doing that if that was a physical car. Like, you gotta be a bit more careful with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a bit odd, but like, he's not causing any harm at the moment. But yeah, I don't know.
Safety car going for one more lap. We've got lots asking, first, what happened to Ryan? Double stack in the pits, and then what looked to be a spin after the, well,
in the
under
safety
the
car
safety car.
conditions.
And then what is the first race of the season? That is Australia.
And Ryan then afterwards in the pits called a day. He retired in the pits.
Oh, Ryan's saying he got taken out by Brewmaster.
Oi, interesting.
I missed that bit. General Jake continuing to be a nuisance.
Yeah, but like, yeah, also... It's
like,
not
with him
ideal.
doing this, it's going to cause problems for the people behind, because he's speeding up and slowing down massively, because he's trying not to get the yellow flags, and that's what's causing damage behind. Like, that's when you get 5 seconds for contact.
Did Luke Watkins overtake Scared was Scared was off track?
Hurdle ran off track. I think he rejoined before Luke went by him.
I mean, that was lucky for Hurdle. Either way, do you think Nighthawk can possibly jump Wolfdog after the safety car restart?
I'll be honest. I don't think in straight up pace, Wolfdog is not under pressure here. He has so much more pace than everyone else today that I think he should be able to take off on this restart and just pull away.
I'm going to see what the warnings are. Wolfdog got one warning. Nighthawk got one warning as well. Also going got some penalties. Well, either way, the rest I don't care. Both drivers in the top 2 has only one warning, but the safety car is in this lap.
Here we go. We're gonna go on board with Honest Raccoon, 3rd in line. Wolfdog backs up the pack, and he takes off. Oh, and gets slowed down by the game.
It was not ideal. Hurdle. I don't think
because of that Sadic hurdle overtook Honest Raccoon and Night Owl, but he gave both the positions back on the straight. Luke Watkins drives through people to gain positions. Like, I don't... Are we able to, like, say that this is fair? Because, like, he has just been able to drive through 3 cars to gain positions. Like, that doesn't seem right.
It is something that we need to discuss with the owners. Because it's not something that Luke Watkins can do something about it. But in the other way,
I'm-
he has an unfair advantage. He's basically an invincible driver. Nothing really
I'm
can happen
surprised he
to him.
didn't try leaving and joining back under the safety car to see if it fixes it.
Is it maybe he is unaware? But nah, it doesn't make sense if he is unaware.
If he was unaware, he wouldn't have been able to. He wouldn't have just driven straight through all of them.
Yeah. Fair point.
But he's up to second place, and now he's going to be putting pressure on Ulfdog. And if he gets DRS or gets a good run, he
Yellow
will be able
flag
to
is
go by
3.
without having to actually overtake. I think that was an issue for Babyodopolis in Sector 3.
Did Rob had a late pit stop? What happened with Rob?
I don't know. Something may have happened on the coming
maybe
to
up.
the restart there. Babyodopolis retired on track.
Seems like it.
Yep. It would seem like he is retired on track. Lovely.
Well, I know Archer Pro and Baby doesn't make a good impression on team principals. So I don't see them having a seat anytime soon. And there you can confirm that Rob is passing. Or tier 3 as well, I mean. To be honest, I really hate to see that. I mean, in league racing in general, in all the leagues, it's a standard rule: if you retire, do it in the pits.
Yeah, it's. Thankfully, there was a lot of space between him and Rob, so it was unlikely to cause issues. But it's just something that, don't do it.
Yeah, but like also
simple.
that, in the rare cases, it can also cost a safety car, an unnecessary one. So you have also that risk. But luckily, did it happen, and we can continue racing. Well, we are seeing a General Jake as Giancarlo goes side to side by the hairpin. And there's a bunch of cars right behind them. The DRS is enabled now. And look, Watkins is off in the distance.
Won't have it down the straight this time. They're looking 3 wide into turn 1. Rumast up the inside. Sadik Hurdle tries to turn in. There's 2 cars on his inside. There wasn't room for him to turn in there. Sends him spinning around. I would argue that was a self-inflicted incident there. And Brewmaster comes out on top there with P4. Halsey up to P6. He is making great use of these soft tyres. Luke Watkins closing in on Ulfdog. The soft tyres putting in good work for the Ferrari drivers. As Night Owl has actually pulled about 2 seconds over Brewmaster. Brewmaster on soft tyres though, so he may be able to come back and catch him back up. General Jake staying in range. Halsey also in range of DRS. So we may see that pack just towing each other up to him. Here comes Luke Watkins looking to the outside.
I feel like this.
He's now inside, and there we go. And now Ulfdog inside of the Ferrari.
I mean, should we just, in case Luke Watkins gets a podium, should we just not invite him and letting him have an interview and just invite the 1, 2, and 4?
I don't know, but again, there he goes, driving through Ulfdog in turns 1 and 2 there to maintain the position.
And he's lagging as well, lovely to see.
Archibald into the pits. Halsey has gone past General Jake up to P5. He needs second place, which seems unlikely right now. And Ulfdog needs to win, so Luke Watkins being up there could be about to... If Luke Watkins stays there and this result stands, he will have major championship implications.
Yeah.
Because
I've already asked the owners' opinions regarding this issue. Because it's not something that the FIA has dealt before, so I would definitely love some piece of advice of that. But I definitely agree. This can have major consequences for the title. And I think this especially helps Oofdog. Staying in the DRS of someone who has a softer compound of tire.
Oh, Oofdog gets out of shape though.
Can lead away from Nighthall. And that means if Oofdog gets a time penalty, it doesn't bother him.
But the thing is, Oofdog needs to win.
I know. Oh, Roadmaster suddenly overtakes Nighthall, very surprisingly.
Those soft tyres working very hard. Yellow flags further back. What has happened?
I think it's the
TX Phillip around.
There's a
the
budget
first
for
turn.
him. It's really a season to forget for TX Phillip.
Nighthall's going to try his best to get back ahead of Brewmaster, but those medium tyres do not have the same pace of those softs.
And then Halsey. Look where Halsey came from. He's 5th at the moment. Right behind Nighthall.
Halsey, since that safety car came in, has been on a hell of a charge.
So,
Wolfdog back to the lead.
yeah, I think Nighthall needs to overtake Brewmaster again to have a car between him and Halsey.
Ideally, but it's hard to do.
I don't know what's going on, but Ferrari this season has some iffy plays at times. I don't know what to think of
Nighthall
this.
runs wide. Nighthall runs wide. Halsey putting the pressure on. Right, he's trying to look to the inside. Nighthall not leaving the space open. Halsey having to back out and go to the outside, not able to get alongside him.
Some good defending from Nighthall.
Nighthall knows the position he needs, and he knows that if Halsey ends up finishing in his current position, Halsey's championship hopes are gone. They are dashed. They are out the window. So holding on to this 4th place is huge for Nighthall right now.
Well, even though if Halsey finished 4, Halsey needs to have a P1 and a P2. So, at the moment with just a few laps to go, this will be very unlikely that Halsey will be in a title contention anyway. But of course, it will make the life of Nighthall way easier if he can stay ahead of Halsey. Well, there's a problem in yellow in sector 1. I guess it's
Archer Bear having an issue.
This is a race to forget for Archer Bear.
The DRS from Brewmaster is helping Nighthall stay ahead of the Ferrari. Stave off the pressure from those soft tyres. Looks to the inside of Brewmaster. Halsey looking to the outside.
Oh, he's pushing Nighthall to the corner.
Not able to get that, but DRS will be open once again on the McLaren. Nose to tail. All 3 drivers. Lights are flashing for ERS, not for the McLaren though. Round the outside goes Nighthall. Lovely overtake. Brewmaster's going to try and come back at him. Not able to get it back up the inside. And Halsey now. Stuck in the middle.
And this...
Well, not in the middle, stuck outside.
To be honest, if Halsey can get a P3 and the decision about Luke Watkins will be beneficial for Halsey, he is still in the title fight as well.
But to do that, he needs to gain these 2 positions in the next 2.5 laps. And with how these guys have been fighting, I don't know how easy that's going to be.
Well, Nighthall definitely has a little chunk of ERS to play with.
Ooh, sorry. Oh, Archer Bear out of the race, retiring in the pit lane.
He knows how to retire. Take an example out of that, baby.
Whoa! Oh, Halsey in the wall! Brewmaster in the wall!
What is that? What happened?
Brewmaster got out of shape through the chicane, lost the back end. Halsey got into the side of him, then hit the wall. Halsey now completely without a front ring. Brewmaster missing part of his. This is an absolutely awful finish here for the Ferrari. Brewmaster staying out trying to tough it out. Halsey, with 2 laps to go and no front wing at all, is going to try and hang on as much as possible.
But this is...
Callum 28 is up to 5th.
Where did he come from?
I was going to try and point it out just before Archer had his incident. Oh, and Brewmaster doing his best to defend. Maybe he's trying to hold him up for the boss. Callum's closing. The wounded Brewmaster is holding up the McLaren and bringing Callum 28 into play.
Yeah, but Callum 28 still has a time penalty as well, so that will not affect Nighthall. And Nighthall has a P3, a possible P2. So this result is going to be major for Nighthall.
Halsey put in a great... I think it's worth mentioning, Halsey put in a great performance today. From the back of the grid, made it up into the top 10 within the first 2 laps, then had an incident, came back into this fight for 3rd place before Brewmaster's error, which was a racing incident in my opinion, but got caught in Brewmaster's error, and that has led to this incident here. Oil Prince is out!
He crashed out.
Callum 28 goes to the inside of Night Owl. Brewmaster going up the inside as well. General Jake's coming into play. Brewmaster trying to back up Night Owl there. Night Owl, I don't know if he actually made contact with the Red Bull, but that could be wing damage. Brewmaster's going to try and build 3 seconds.
And there's that General Jake lurking.
The Minister of Defense, Sergio Perez, he's here.
Where did he come from?
1 lap. What is the penalty? I don't know. Let's bring it up. It is 3 seconds for Callum 11. If Brewmaster can play a part, he can't. But he can try holding up General Jake now instead to try and get Callum 28 this 4th place, which could still become 3rd. Because we don't know what's going to happen with the Luke Watkins situation. Callum 28 could be in P2 right now. Night Owl may have picked up damage.
Oh! Brewmaster hits the ball again.
Brewmaster is in a damaged car. His wing has been broken for a couple laps now. He is just pushing with everything he has, trying to help his not just his teammate, but his team principal to achieve what could be a podium here. All over General Jake, all the pressure, unrelenting, almost contact. Brewmaster very sideways. Callum 28, it's going to be close.
Well, and Ulfdog is crossing the line and takes the win. Second consecutive win in a row.
Ahead of General Jake.
Luke Watkins P2.
He's backing up General Jake at the final turn. Has he done enough?
Answer is no.
Not quite. 3/10 of a second.
Okay, regarding the interviews, Guildforce, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to invite Luke Watkins anyway, or...?
I would like to get Luke's opinion and side of things from what happened there, because I'm not sure.
What I'm going to do, normally I invite P3 first, but I'm going to invite Luke Watkins first. So, let's get him in a party. I'm very curious of his opinion.
Nice how they grew up retiring from the race right at the end. Not entirely sure what happened then.
Well, I already see on the chat that Luke Watkins wouldn't be happy if he got penalized for that. Oh, Luke Watkins is here. I didn't even got the notification. Luke Watkins, please include your audio, because there is some interesting things about you today. For everyone else, you were ghosted the whole race. seemingly like having an unfair advantage, having an invincible car on track. What is your opinion on it?
Well,
And before you're going to continue, this question is more important. Did you know about it?
yeah, from quali I lagged out like 3 times, so I knew my Wi-Fi was not having a good day. And then straight from the start of the race, when I took control, I was ghosted the whole time, and I literally couldn't do anything about it. But it wasn't. It's an advantage to me, but I can't do anything about it really. I can't see that. I can't do anything, but it's unfortunate for everyone else. But yeah.
Out of curiosity, did at any point you consider under the safety car leaving and joining back?
To be honest, my head was just in the race. Most of the time I was getting that I had the ghosting because I was kind of by myself until the end with Wolf Dog after the safety car came out.
Can you understand that a whole lot of drivers will probably not be happy with you having an unfair advantage, even though it is not your fault?
Well, they can be annoyed, but I don't see what I could have done. I'm sorry to them, but you know, I don't know what else to say.
We actually don't know what will happen. I'm speaking as a commentator and not as an FIA, by the way. That's a separate job. What is your feeling about it? What do you think will happen?
Well, happens because it's something that I can't do anything about, and like it hasn't like affected. I wouldn't say affected any of the drivers. Like I haven't like been ghosted and taken them out on their screen or anything. So it's not like I like affected their races at all. Really, I've just gone through the car.
Can you understand that it has affected the championship a bit?
How so?
I would.
Because Halsey obviously got damaged last lap.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not talking about Halsey, but more for Nighthall, trying to gain on Lion.
Well, I was ahead of him anyway,
because
I pulled the undercut, but...
I think the Night Owl one is more up in the air as to whether he impacted, I'll be honest, but... I think there are going to be discussions about this just because it's a weird situation, obviously. I mean, for example, on the restart, you drove through 3 cars to overtake them. And, like, that's something that will definitely be questionable in some eyes. And so I think, you know, I think it's obvious there's going to be a discussion about this. I don't know what's going to happen. It's not my job. I just shout about things that I see.
It is my job, but I will not talk about it because it needs proper discussion, and I don't know if there will be anything happen because I am as clueless as everyone else who raced here today. Either way, consequences or not, how do you feel about the performance having a P2?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I was a bit annoyed in quali that I only got P5 because I invalidated on my last Q3 lap, but I don't know. I felt like I had the pace to be on the podium anyway, but obviously the whole ghosting thing did help me. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, regarding what happens if something happens in a negative way, please keep in mind it is not to bully you or whatever. It is trying to keep the league as fair as possible, because this is something new as well, and I can understand that you will be upset, but I just want to say this as an FIA. Whatever will happen, remember, we try to keep it as fair as possible, and that's all I wanting to say about this case. Either way, I'm gonna let you enjoy the champagne or sparkling water if you're under 18. I guess good race for you, at least a good result, and we see you next time on Canada.
Yeah. I'll see you next week, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully
See you next week.
See you next week. Alright, there was a bit of interesting things around Luke Watkins. Either way, we don't know what will happen, but we are moving on. I'm inviting Nightal at the moment. If Nightal will be so lovely to join, if not, then we are going to do the second consecutive race winner of the day.
While we wait for them, just an update currently for those curious. Between the top 3 in the championship, Night Owl is now, as the results currently stand, 10 points behind Lion. So, that's not a hard gap to gain. Ulfdog only 18 points behind now as well, thanks to fastest lap and the win. So he is still in with a chance come next week.
And how many points are there between Nightal and Ulfdog? Nightal, don't forget to include your audio if you will be so kind.
I have. I just did.
However, Halsey is sadly 33 points behind, and that is game over for Halsey. Technically P3 in the championship for the second season running, which is a shame for him.
Yeah, it was not the race to be for Halsey. Either way, Nightal, very good performance for you, a very good result for you, but also some very interesting things happen in front of you. Luke Watkins being ghosted all the time. Before we go to start discussing about your race, what do you think of Luke Watkins being ghosted the whole race?
Well, I mean, it's very lucky for him, but it's very unlucky for the other 19 drivers in the lobby. Because he doesn't have to fight anyone; he can just go. While everyone else is wheel to wheel with each other, he can just zoom straight through him. Like on the safety car restart, he jumped 4 cars because of the ghost. Which were me, Sky Herder, went honest with Kuna, I think, someone else.
Ryan, probably.
Yeah, either way,
like to see a penalty for that.
Just to clarify again for the whole stream and you, there is discussion going onwards. What will happen? I will remain silent of it. Because this is a special case. Either way, shut up, Nightal.
I want him to be out of this race.
Now talking about the race. You have P3. You only need 10 points. Now basically you need 11 points because Lion is ahead of you on race wins.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling about this result in general?
I'm happy because I got a podium when I needed to. If I didn't get a podium here, it would have been a lot harder for me to do it in Canada. So I'm happy I got one today.
Alright,
so yeah.
This time you stayed out of trouble. Still some good hard racing between you and some other drivers.
Yeah, Ryan was good to fight with.
Yeah.
And Rubin.
Now Ulfdog also 18 points behind Lion. And 8
how many is
points
he off
behind
me?
you.
8,
According to the standings as we speak right now, we don't know if there will be any changes if the aeroport is out. But as it stands now, and with the form Ulfdog is in right now,
he's been practicing a lot.
I know
he was so
dominant.
dominant.
Racing line. Either way, how are your chances, and how do you see Ulfdog's chances? For
my chances are low because Canada's my worst track.
Oh,
that's why I didn't want it to be the season final because I was going to take my pen there, but no, Valentine's Day had to come in and screw me up.
I mean, it's not your fault that a lot of drivers has girlfriends or boyfriends. They
stay single. Xbox is all you need.
Yeah, you are my type of man, mate.
Hell yeah.
Either way, so do you think P4 minimal is still possible for you in Canada?
I don't know. Depends what goes on in front of me and what the conditions of the race are.
I mean, Canada could be everything. I mean, it could be full wet, it could be dry. Who knows?
I wouldn't mind it to be inters or wet. I like those conditions.
Well, you proved that before. Gilvos had some questions as well, I guess.
Well, I was gonna say this. Basically, with the way the points are currently, if you score 18 points next week, you are guaranteed champion. That means
P2.
second or better.
Yeah. What happens if I
Do
finish
you
third?
think that's possible? If you finish third, it entirely depends on if Ulfdog wins.
So if Ulfdog gets second or first and I get third, he wins it.
I think... No, I think if he wins and you get third, he wins. If he gets below first, he... If he gets second, he ties with Lion.
And I beat that, okay.
Yeah.
Cheers for making more stressed Gale Force.
You're welcome, it's my job. I'm here to build tension.
And you're my McMartin friend as well, you arse.
Alright, I'll give you a pep talk before the race.
Yeah, it helped me today, thank you.
Either way, the last few races before this race, your performance were a bit off. Do you think the pressure is getting to you a little bit?
It was in Brazil and Zandvoort I made a wrong strategy change under the pressure. Was supposed to go onto the softs but accidentally picked inters. So yeah. So that's a big L from me.
And what happened in
Yeah.
Brazil again? Like, you got a bit too aggressive with the moves?
I got damaged. No, I wasn't aggressive, just someone changed line last moment and I wasn't expecting it. I ran into the back of them, causing damage. Even more sadness.
Either way, we're gonna let you try to regain focus for Canada, the season final, next week Monday. Enjoy your sparkling water for P3.
Okay, thank you.
And we see you next week.
Okay, got it, thank you.
Congratulations, and good luck.
Okay, have a good day, you two.
Let's
Right,
go
have
to
a good night.
Ulfdog
Bye
right now.
Okay, bye.
See ya. Well then. Here he is.
Hello, Ulfdog. I
Hello.
hope you are not too tired to
Hello.
do an interview now.
I'm not
Please,
tired today, so
please include
That's
your
good
audio.
news.
I have them.
Alright, Ulfdog, this is your second consecutive race win in a row. But
Mhm.
before we're gonna talk about your race, let's talk a little bit about Luke Watkins, who seemingly helped you getting DRS. What is your opinion about Luke Watkins being ghosted the whole
Because-
race and having an advantage?
It's an odd one, but he couldn't have done anything about it though. It's an odd one, but he has gained an
Yeah.
advantage going through players, hasn't he? So I don't know.
Well, he also affected the championship a bit with Nightel getting P3 instead of P2. I don't know if that will have been the case if he was not ghosted. But yeah,
I think
it's
he
an
has
odd
the
one.
pace to get a podium, but I don't. It's an odd one, but yeah, very odd.
Okay. Either way, second consecutive race win in a row. Of course, first at Zandvoort, I believe, and now here.
Yes.
How do you feel about it?
I'm confident. I'm very confident in these last two races. I've just been practicing because I want this championship basically. So yeah, I've been very quick.
Can you confirm for us that you are using no racing line anymore since
I'm
today?
using the racing line. Yeah.
Oh, you still are, or you ain't?
Oh no, it's gone.
Oh, it's off.
Jesus.
Yes.
Well,
This man's
I
so
guess
excited.
It's gonna be a
I
struggle
guess
in Canada now.
I guess I inspired you to do so. Either way, how are you feeling for Canada? You need to have minimal P2 and Nightel
P2
not
with
win,
fastest lap.
and Nightel a fastest lap, and Nightel not winning the race. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, how many points is
it's-
in between us now?
So, you are 18 behind Lion, so
18.
minimum second place with fastest lap to beat him.
Right.
Night Owl is 8 ahead of you. So the situation
Ooh.
is,
Ooh.
if you win, he has to finish second with fastest lap.
Jesus.
So, I mean, we came into
I mean,
this
wait.
race and the idea was basically you have to win both, and
Yeah.
it's
That was my
you've got to
idea,
go
yeah.
for 3 in a row.
Wait, so like, Lion will, if I get the same points as Lion will still win because he's got more wins. Is that how it works?
I don't know about that, but the thing is, if you finish second, if you have fastest lap, you beat Lion by 1 point, but then Night Owl only needs to score 11 points.
Right. Oof.
Or 12 points to beat you, which
Ooh,
is
it's
4th.
I have to sweat again.
I mean,
Literally-
that is what league racing is all about. Sweat to
Exactly.
get the best performance and try to win a championship, possibly.
Might have to get a Canada TT in a minute. Oh,
Last season we saw it come down to, I believe it was an Aston Martin and what was Scrivs in? Mercedes?
Mercedes, yeah.
screws.
Who tied on points after the final race.
But Icelandic Rob won because he had more race wins.
I think, actually I'm going to check that. I think you might have more wins, so if it comes to a tie, you might have that. Yeah. You are 3-1 right now on wins, so if you tie with Lion, the championship is yours.
Wait,
Oh,
with
sorry, if you
Lion?
tie with Night Owl, it is yours. If you tie with Lion, he somehow still wins this.
False.
It will be amazing that the mid-season Lion is gone and he will still win the championship. I mean, it will be a bit odd, but amazing to see. But of course, we hope that the current drivers in Tier 2, one of them can win it. Of course, Canada, the season finally. How are you feeling about Canada?
Well, the track got changed, like in a different round, so I did do some practice on it and I felt quick. So I might be decent quick. I just need to find because I got a race in mind, however, so I need to sweat. Got to find those bloody braking zones. Yeah.
But do you think you have a good chance to win the championship?
I think it's on. Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
I think it's on.
I feel like that is a language of a Tier 2 winner.
Oh.
I mean, it's going to be interesting going in because we've got someone who literally has to go all or nothing versus a man who can afford to play it more safe. But if he plays too safe, he throws it away.
Well, Nigel has a little bit more of a good position, only having to end up fourth, only to beat Lion, and hoping, of course, you ain't winning. So there's a whole lot of scenarios possible.
But, oh, right. Oh.
The championship
wait,
stress is
Helsey's
getting
out now,
into
isn't
that. Helsey's out,
Halsey
yeah.
is 33 points behind Lion. He is
Oh
done.
no.
Helsey
down
got
to two.
I like
selected in
Helsey.
a few unfortunate incidents this race. So sadly that's his season over. I don't know if it's over for the constructors, but we have to wait to see what will happen there.
Who's leading constructors?
Oh,
I don't have a clue. I think it's Mercedes, to be honest.
it's
I think it's the Mercedes.
it's Mercedes versus Ferrari, and
I-
Ferrari will have gained tonight actually. So yeah, that could
Ferrari have a good chance, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is
So-
going to be very close. Oh god.
That was an impressive drive tonight. You were much faster than pretty much anyone else out there today.
Mm.
And as much as it sucks, it seems like it's gonna have to be do it again to get the job done next week. But I wish you good luck and congratulations on tonight because this was a good drive from you.
Thank you. Right. This is going to be another weeks of sweating, but yeah, go again.
Yeah. Either way, congratulations. Enjoy your sparkling water or
You milk
champagne
it?
if you're old enough.
I've got water next to me. I think that'll be fine.
Either way, enjoy your race win, and we see you next week in Canada for the season
Yep.
final.
Right, yeah, right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye and good luck.
GG to Night Owl as well. Alright, goodbye.
Have a good night, man. So,
So,
one race to go. Technically 3 contenders. 18 points. Basically winner takes all.
basically, yeah.
Because depending on fastest lap, it could come down to if neither of them get fastest lap, it comes to a tie. And if it's a tie, it goes to Ulfdog.
And we also have to see if Nigel can get a P2 of the Luke Watkins situation. Either way, what will be decided either way, it will be controversial, and we are loving that. I mean, it gives us more entertainment, and we will definitely catch you up for next week. How are you feeling for Canada, Gilforce?
I think it should be exciting. Canada is normally a bit of a hectic race. I remember season 1 having a little scrap with you around there. I miss those days of being fast enough to fight with you.
Yeah.
But it should be good. We've got obviously the Constructors' Championship fight in both tiers. We've got the Drivers' Championship fight in Tier 2, sorry. It is almost all to play for going into it. And it could be an exciting night. But until then, we will be back Sunday, Tier 1 for the finale. Constructors' Championship on the line, Aston Martin versus Ferrari. It's a 2v1 fight, but maybe Kimi can do it. And then we will be back on Monday with me and Milkman here commentating once more for what could be an all-out scrap for the championship.
One thing
Maybe
for
it'll rain.
I hope it will be raining. And I have a feeling it will be a fairy tale race, just like we had last season in Abu Dhabi.
We can hope, but until then, it'll be a good night from me.
And it will be good night from the Milker.
Have a lovely night, everyone.